can never take it slow. Got that fire roar, wheels of fury tear the track. Hear that engine soar, me back, shifting gears, push it to the core. Killer Kyle on my tail, feel the tension roar. Ain't no rules in this game, every breath I fight. Pound the pedal, scream for speed through the endless night.
The first thing you do when you're ready to ride is hit those streets of burning, feel the rush inside. Go blaze through town on wheels of fury. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Saw the lights of London, they were shining bright in a leather jacket speeding through the night.
Hey, me, Matt here. This is Killer Kyle, and welcome to another episode of Wheels of Fury. It's a little awkward. That's alright, because we talk of All In.
Yes, AEW is once again returning to Wembley Stadium, London, England, for their second annual All In. And it's looking like it's going to be one hell of a show. Last year's was a really good show, and I'm expecting the exact same for this year. And there's going to be some doozy matches on this card, I'll tell you that right now.
It's funny because I remember this exact time last year thinking, oh, it's going to be awesome to see what happens, like when it comes back next year, and now it's already 2024. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But this should be an awesome show. So, let's get it going then.
Radio. Governor.
And people are squeaking over that.
Is off on the pre-show, 0 hour,
Yeah.
with a mixed tag team match. The winning team
Jesus.
will choose the stipulation for the match between two of the participants in this match. There'll be Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway. Yes, we are going to see him wrestle versus Willow Nightingale and the Stone Pitbull, Tomohiro Ishii.
Mhm.
And the winner of this tag match determines the stipulation between Willow and Chris at All Out.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's gonna be an awesome show. I mean, but this match in particular, you look at, okay, I don't know how Stokely got involved in this, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. I mean, I don't think he had any matches prior to this, but I don't know.
I don't recall him ever wrestling.
Like, I know when he was in the Diamond Mine,
Right.
I think, maybe, yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. No, when he was in the Diamond Mine, he was just the manager of that group. Well, I mean, like, there's him, and then there was that Chinese or I think, pretty sure it was Chinese guy that was with them for a little bit.
Okay,
Like, the coach or whatever.
yeah.
Well, I think the reason why they're having Stokely involved in this match is because he's, been getting involved in matches between Willow and Statlander.
Yeah.
So it's like, alright, want to be involved, actually be a participant in this match.
Yeah, he's the New Age Bobby Heenan, but then again, he also had Paul Heyman and Jim Cornette in a match and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But I see Willow and the Stone Pitbull get the win.
More than likely, yeah.
Like, Tomohiro is one badass motherfucker,
Oh, yes.
and Willow has been killing it so far.
Yes.
I mean, she did an amazing job and had some really good matches. in Ring of Honor back in the day.
Yes.
A long time ago. And like her matches with Roxanne Perez, holy shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's Ishii and Nightingale all the way.
I have a feeling they're going
Rush inside, go blaze through town on wheels of fury.
to the AEW Women's World Title match in a battle of the nicknames. Timeless Tony Storm defending the title against the Glamour Mariah May. Now I'm not exactly sure why they didn't call her the Glamorous Mariah May, but nevertheless, yeah, we got this match for All In.
I feel like this was a perfect story.
Yeah,
And I mean, you look at Toni Storm, you look at the career she's had, and when she became Timeless Toni Storm, it was like they made chicken salad out of chicken shit. And I thought her thing with Luther,
yeah,
that's really cool. You had the vaudevillian, well, I don't know, maybe it was golden age of movies, and
yeah,
she did all those, and she even, you know, she even brought in RJ City. So, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens.
yeah,
I mean, when, you know, and the thing is, too, is that Toni Storm really loved working with Mariah May.
oh, absolutely.
Just gaga over her, and then Mariah May just beating the shit out of her after the Owen Hart Cup.
Yeah,
And it's like, okay, now shit's on.
yeah.
So,
One thing I will say that I like is whenever Mariah May would have a match against whoever, she would bring the, I'll call it, Owen Hart Tournament Championship belt with her to the ring. And she was the first person to do that because previously when Willow Nightingale and Britt Baker won, like the first two that won the Owen Hart Tournament,
right.
okay, yeah, they were the winners of the tournament, but then it seemed to be kind of an afterthought.
Yeah.
And with Mariah, it's like, okay, she's got the, you know, the belt with her, so it's like, yeah, like, with Britt Baker and Willow, it was more than likely, I'm sure it was mentioned
Yeah.
that they won the Owen Hart tournament, but like, you know, now you've got like the visual evidence that with the belt, Mariah May carrying that.
Real belt, go cry me a river. So, I'm gonna surprise you though. I picked Mariah May to become the new AEW Women's Champion.
I mean, that would be very, very interesting. It seems like they've got Mariah started on a heel run. You can basically say Toni Storm's a face now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you put the title on Mariah? You know, just, what are we, a month after she turned on Toni Storm?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see an issue with it. I mean, you know, Tony's had a hell of a run with the title and a fairly lengthy run with the title. It's just, with Mariah May being on her own now, is this too early? Is this the right time? You know, do we develop Mariah May more as this heel character
Yeah.
and then run with, then give her a title? I mean, there's so many things you could talk about with this match as far as Mariah May is concerned and being the champion.
Yeah. And I mean, they can have easily a match All Out.
True.
to me, the possibilities here are endless.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I've said that a lot over the years, but it's true because
Oh, it is.
you've got two women who knew each other, I believe, in Stardom and England or wherever, and yeah, they were best friends. And now, with the Timeless Tony Storm character, I think it'll be interesting to see what happens. I expect it to be very, very, very physical.
Yeah, you got.
Rush inside, go blaze through town on wheels of fury.
Have a match for the American Championship. Well, yeah, MJF defending the title against the Billy Goat, the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
On, you could say Ospreay's home turf.
Yeah, for sure.
Like he's not from London, but
No.
it's in the UK.
It was only a matter of time before MJF turned again.
You could say that, yeah.
I think his face run was lackluster, in my opinion. He's one of those people that is very vivid,
Yes.
and like he is old school. Let me say that he's old school.
Old school, yes, very.
He doesn't like to play nice on camera, which is fine. So I mean, him being a face, being with Adam Cole, doing a kangaroo kick and all that, it was like fine for what it was. It was fine to have people cheer him.
Yeah,
You know, I'm your scumbag, whatever.
yeah.
And then finally he turns and he's back to the way it should be.
Yeah,
What I also like, and I wish they would have did that in WWE with the Canadian, or make it a Canadian title, is, okay, you're going to have a match in All In London against a British guy. I'm going to take the international title, and I'm going to call it the American title. And I'm going to come out in Stars and Stripes, and I'm going to have patriotic theme music, and yeah, go all in with that.
yeah.
And that's a classic heel move. And I think, honestly, I don't know. Because I want to say Will Ospreay.
Right.
But it just, MJF has been on a fucking roll.
Yes.
So I honestly have no clue.
Yeah, really. On Dynamite this past week, they had a face-to-face with Ospreay and MJF, and they're exchanging words with each other. And, they ended up getting physical with each other, which is usually what ends up happening. And
Yeah.
then, you get MJF hit Ospreay in the head with the Dynamite Diamond Ring, and then he goes to give Ospreay the Tiger Driver 91, and then the security, and they got Christopher Daniels come in and stop him from doing it, and then he leaves and whatever. It was interesting when security and Christopher Daniels were pulling MJF off of Ospreay to keep him from getting the Tiger Driver 91. The fans were chanting "Fallen Angel" for Christopher Daniels, which I thought was pretty cool. But then, after that, a little bit later, towards the end of the show, you got Renee going to do an interview with Ospreay, and of course he's still got blood on his head. He's like, okay, shouldn't he have already been cleaned up? Maybe had a band-aid on his head? But I digress from that. And Renee asks him, what's your mindset now, or whatever. Here comes Daniel Bryan, and Bryan do it. Use it. Do it. Talking about, or saying to Osprey, use the Tiger Driver 91. Because when Danielson and Osprey had that match at Forbidden Door, you know, Osprey hit Danielson with the Tiger Driver 91, and then, you know, Danielson's neck got jacked up a little bit, whatever. And then at the media scrum, Osprey was like, I'm retiring that move. I am never using that move again. And then we've seen that when he's had matches against whoever, he will go to use it and want to use it, but he gets like this flashback in his mind of what happened to Danielson. Danielson was just like, dude, use it. I'm fine. I'm still standing. I'm still kicking ass or whatever. Fucking use the move, bro. Like, seriously.
Yeah, I mean, I still stand by my statement. I just don't know.
Yeah.
It would be nice to see Will Ospreay run in his home country, but I just think that MJF is way too damn good right now.
I do agree with you. It would be nice to see Ospreay win the title in his home turf. At the same time, I really don't see them having MJF hold the title for, you know, a cup of coffee, so to speak.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Rush inside, go blaze through town on wheels of fury.
oh boy, it's time to get geeky with it. We got a match for the TNT Championship as Jack Perry defends the title against Darby Allin in a coffin match.
Oh, buddy. I mean, these two have had some bangers.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Like, fucking honestly, you have this match where Jack Perry gets lit up like a bonfire.
Yeah.
They fucking go at it, him and Darby Allin. This was only a matter of time, and yes, you have the whole thing where Cage for blood and guts.
Yes.
And Jack, he's in a Jesus Christ pose.
Crucified.
And fucking Darby Allin throwing a chair at his head.
Well, that was it, I thought that was Mark.
Oh,
Threw the
yes,
chairs.
it was, yeah.
Mark throws a chair at Jack's head, and then Darby comes in the ring with the gas canister, and he's dousing Jack with the gasoline, it probably wasn't gasoline, and it's got like one of those barbecue lighters, and he's just saying to Matthew, I think it was, one of the Young Bucks, you know, give me a match against him, all in for the TNT title, or I'll light his ass on fire, and he shot him else, and they gave up, and, you know, didn't want Darby to light Jack on fire again.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Then Jack and Darby got into a altercation backstage last week, and Jack put Darby under one of those big, heavy, like sliding doors that you gotta like use the chain to pull.
Yeah.
Move. Pins him under that, and then he grabs one of the like road keys, and it looks like he's gonna push it at Darby at his head. And you know, security and that stopped him, and as they're taking him away, he's like, "I want a coffin match against you, Darby. I want to beat you at your own game." It's like, all right, that's interesting. And of course, it was last year at All In. We had Darby and Sting against Swerve and was it Brian Cage in a coffin match?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm obviously going to say Darby Allin.
Yeah.
I think that Jack Perry has to get it. You know, like, I know he got it at Blood and Guts, but I think he needs to get beat again
Yeah.
in a one-on-one match. I think that this is Darby Allin's stipulation. And who knows? Maybe it won't be. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I will say Darby Allin.
Yeah. I'll say
Rush inside, go blaze through town on wheels of fury.
TBS Championship match in a battle of the acronyms as the CEO, Mercedes Moné, is going to be defending the title against Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
Hell yeah. After all that Brett has been through with her health, I honestly think she needs to take the title.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't watch Dynamite. I watched it last week.
Right.
It really pissed me off because Brett held the title up as Mercedes was watching her.
Right.
I was like, "Yo, what?" It happens all the time. Like, it's basically, you know, it means nothing anymore. Like, stop fucking holding the title. You're gonna get your match at a pay-per-view. Like, you're the challenger. You should wait until you win the match, because now I've seen you with the title. I know what you look like with the title. Why do you need it? And I know it's a nitpick, but come on.
I don't think that's ever gonna fucking change, bro.
No, and that's the sad part. It's just frustrating because it's like, I understand it's right there in the ring. Why do you have to fucking touch it? But I still say Britt Baker because, yeah, her health, whatever.
Yeah.
But also the fact that Mercedes already has the CMLL Women's Championship.
Mercedes has the TBS Championship and the New Japan Strong Women's
Yeah.
Championship. The CML Championship is currently being held right now by Willow.
Right. Yeah, so, I mean, Mercedes already has the title. I think it would be due time for Britt to get the belt now.
Yeah, for sure. And now we have a Casino Gauntlet match for a Future World title shot. Right now, I believe we got Hangman involved. Evil Uno of, I guess you can still call them the Dark Order. I don't know everybody that's involved, but I mean, know a few people that are involved. And as Matt and I talked about on our Facebook Live, Ricochet has signed a multi-year deal with AEW, and there's plans for him to be in a match at All In, and I believe this is the match where we will probably see
Yeah.
Ricochet.
Like, he's had a stellar career in WWE. He's been all over. It would be pretty fucking cool to see Ricochet in All Elite Wrestling. I think it's a breath of fresh air for him.
Yeah.
And who knows? There's a lot more titles to choose from. He could be the TNT champion.
Yes.
He could be the international champion.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's two main ones right now.
Yeah. I mean, you could partner him up with somebody and tag titles.
Like,
Possibly.
I'm not saying he's not fit to be a heavyweight champion.
Right.
I mean, if they were gonna do it, they could have damn well did it in WWE. But
Yeah.
the fact is that, you know what, it could happen one day. But who knows? It always seems to be that you're not fit for WWE, then you can go elsewhere and they will do better for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I think you look at WCW, and unfortunately, a lot of the wrestlers came from WWF for more money.
Right.
It was the shits.
Yeah.
So, it's not the case for AEW. I think Ricochet is going to fit in just fine.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Ricochet versus Darby Allin?
That would be a hell of a match.
Yeah.
Ricochet versus Darby Allin. Ricochet versus either Penta or Ray Phoenix.
Yeah.
Mander. There's Sammy Guevara. There's so many people.
Oh, God.
Inside, go blaze through town on wheels of fury.
Match for the fuck the world title, not for the world title. God damn it.
Hell yeah.
Chris Jericho defended the title against Hook. But if Hook loses, he will not be able to challenge for the title as long as Jericho's still champion.
Yeah, this trope is tiring, but... Yeah, there was some one, I think it was Brian Zane's video talking about how it just seems like the learning tree gimmick has worn its welcome. And it's like, well, I think he's nearing his career.
I think so.
I mean, the thing is that I don't know how long he can wrestle for.
Yeah.
And he's exhausted a lot of, like he was the Ocho, Lionheart, Y2J,
Demo God.
Le Champion.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, okay, so I don't know, the Painmaker. I'll throw that in there.
Yeah.
But how long can he go? Like dude's gonna be 54, and I think the more, like, I understand age is just a number, but when you look at someone like Sting, who fell off of the guardrail and shit, someone that I never thought, and there was nothing against Steve Borden, I just thought, I don't see him wrestle at his age, but he proved me wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But when you look at Chris Jericho, he's had a hell of a career. WWE, even when it was WWF, WCW, ECW, Japan, Mexico, Smoky Mountain. Like,
Yeah.
it's just kind of like, who knows how long the guy has in the ring, so...
Right, yeah.
And I like the fact that he's doing his shit with Big Bill and...
Right, Keith.
Like I said before, it's very sarcastic, like,
Oh yeah.
because he knows that people were accusing him of all this shit. And whether it's true or not, it's heard to be said, who knows?
I mean, there hasn't been anything brought up about it or talked about it or anything in like 8 months, whatever the fuck. So
Yeah.
I'd say it's swept under the rug.
Yeah, and I mean, I could see, you look at Hook. Hook is one of those guys that, like Taz, was an ass-kicking machine.
Yes.
He didn't talk very much,
Right.
and as soon as he became face, he's saying a lot more.
Yeah.
And the war words he had last week with Jericho, I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, I know what I'm gonna go with Hook, and I understand that you have Big Bill and Brian Keith, but you also have Taz. Now, yes, Taz can't get in the ring no more, but I can definitely see a Taz mission pop up from somewhere.
Possibly.
So,
Rush inside, go blaze through town on wheels of fury.
3-way tag team match for the World Tag against FTR and the Acclaimed.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't, because FTR is a good team. The Acclaimed are a good team. The Young Bucks are fucking annoying. I never thought I would say that in a million years. I think EVPs or not, they have become the biggest scum of the earth people in the wrestling business.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really know either, because you have three different styles. You've got an old school style, you've got like flips and kicks, and then you have, you know, I don't even know what you would classify the Acclaimed.
Yeah. Yeah, FTR are your straight up old school style. Young Bucks are your high flyers, and the Acclaimed are, as you guys can say, your traditional tag team
Yeah,
wrestlers.
but just seems like, okay, you're putting a title on them.
Yeah, exactly.
But it is no offense to, like, I like the Acclaimed, obviously.
Yeah.
I like FTR. I liked FTR when they were in NXT.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
so honestly, I have no clue. Yeah, exactly.
Go blaze through town on wheels of fury. Oh yeah.
So now we have a four-way London ladder match for the World Trios titles. We have the Patriarchy against the Bang Bang Gang, against the House of Black versus Pac and Leo Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta of the Blackpool Combat Club.
Wow.
Yes.
And here I thought Pac wasn't going to be involved. But yeah, we both saw it recently. Apparently, House of Black have been bullies or some shit.
Yeah, backstage, causing trouble. And it's like, I don't see that.
No,
I don't
me
see that
neither.
at all.
I mean, it's going to be a really good match. I think that the Patriarchy are a vicious stable.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick Wayne has definitely been one of the biggest bullies in the company. He has attitude.
Yeah.
And Christian Cage, you just want to punch him in the mouth.
Yeah.
Mother Wayne, you want to punch him in the... But I mean, honestly, it's going to be a toss-up between the Patriarchy or Pac and...
Pac, Claudio, and Wheeler.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Pac and Claudio and Wheeler as trios champions would definitely be interesting. Already, like, could you go House of Black as champions again? Yeah. Bang Bang Gang.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
And I like the reason why this match is even happening at All In is because Jay White got injured, and then Juice Robinson kind of stepped in, and there's a match between the Bang Bang Gang and House of Black or some shit like that. And the Bang Bang Gang ended up getting stripped of the titles, and then we're heading into this match at the All In. Dude, I'll just go House of Black just for the fuck of it. And the main event for the world title.
Rush inside, go blaze through town on wheels of fury.
Career as Swerve Strickland defends the title against the American Dragon Bryan Danielson, and if Bryan loses, he will no longer wrestle.
Yeah. I mean, you look at someone like Bryan Danielson who had a stellar career in wherever, like Ring of Honor, Dragon Gate, WWE, and AEW. And I mean, I'm sure he's wrestled elsewhere.
Yeah,
You look at this guy and you go, here's a guy that came out of Shawn Michaels' school and has really made a name for himself.
yes.
And interestingly enough, I was watching a video and it was showing clips of, I think it was Velocity, and you had John Cena taking on a young Bryan Danielson. And I'm like, they could have used his name, but once again, fuck you, Vince. So, yeah, both good competitors, but honestly, somehow, some way, I think that Bryan's gonna win.
More than likely, yeah.
I mean, the American Dragon can pull it off. I know that he has some injuries, and I know that he's been out of action for a while. It just seems like I don't think he's done right now.
No.
And why not have him become the AEW champion? It took a long time for him to become WWE champion.
Yeah.
I mean, is he a B+ player? Like, I think he could pull it off.
Oh, he absolutely could.
And I think that Swerve has really made the AEW championship. Like, you look at the first African American, whatever, like, AEW champion.
Oh, yeah.
He made history with that.
Yes, for sure.
I think he could go all the way with that, but at the same time, it's like, there's no chance in hell you're gonna see Bryan retire right now. Like, his thing was, I'm gonna retire at the end of the year.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the year,
No.
but yeah.
Yeah. One thing I've thought about, it'd be really cool if they do it, is, you know, it hasn't really been talked about, but like, they show the graphic of Bryan versus Swerve for the title, it says Final Countdown. Wouldn't it be fucking cool if Bryan came out to that on Sunday? I mean, that was his Ring of Honor theme.
Yeah, and look, he's used it quite a bit in the past couple years. Why not fucking have that happen? If he's gonna go down in a blaze of glory, then why not?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, as talented as he is, it's just kind of a wait and see. Because we saw what Swerve did to Hangman. And that match was epic.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So, honestly, I'm gonna go American Dragon.
Yeah. I'm going Bryan as well. I mean, not only could you have him come out to, you know, Final Countdown, you even could have him wear, like, the, what would you call it? Like, maroon or burgundy, red, and white ring gear with a robe he used to wear
Yeah.
in Ring of Honor.
I was just thinking about those, like, I don't even know what you call the mask he wore in the beginning of his career.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I think it's going to be a hell of a match. And
Oh, for sure.
I honestly think that Bryan should get the title. I think Swerve will get it eventually back.
Yeah.
But just give him the belt. We'll see what happens. I think Swerve has been a good champion, but Brian, like, it's not gonna hurt, honestly.
No, it's not. So that's going to wrap things up for the All-In predictions. Next week, we have Emergence, and then after that, we have Bash in Berlin, Germany.
Yes. And those are coming along nicely. We're firing on all cylinders.
Oh yeah.
Wheels of Fury does not stop. We can't stop. We won't stop. And we're always on top. Skippity bop. And so, yeah, it's gonna be a good couple of weeks. And it's already fucking August.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, this is gonna be a good show. I'm Matt. For Killer Kyle and myself, we will talk to you next week.
Later.
Deuces.
The wheels of fury, they spin, they roar, never halting. The end's now calling.